thanks for coming back. Welcome to another Marvel Universe action figure review. This is your host, US Agent 27. I'm from the MUCollectorClub.com forums, and today we're going to take a look at the Kang figure that came out. Not in the last wave, but the wave before that one. The one that had Beta Ray Bill. Oh, no, it had Punisher in it. And a few other figures I can't think of off the top of my head. This wave, still to this day, has not hit my area. I have yet to see this wave except for maybe a stray Punisher. I've never seen a Kang. I've never seen a Scarlet Witch in my area. So big thank you goes out to all of my friends on the MUCollectorClub.com website. That's actually where I'm from, for hooking me up with this figure. I don't remember off the top of my head who did it. I think it was Evil Animation that actually is the one that sent me this one that I needed. So, or maybe it was Frank Castle. I don't know. I know it was somebody on there that hooked me up, so again, I appreciate it. I'm very sorry I don't remember your name. But those two cats have definitely hooked me up with other stuff in the past, so it's all good. So let's talk a little bit about Kang. Kang is a figure that as soon as I heard they were making him, I was very, very excited for him. He's a must-own, I would think, if you're an Avengers fan, or if you're a big fan of like the, the Avengers Forever comic series. I was a huge fan of that. Kang can also be used as a Fantastic Four villain, so he's a guy that, kind of gets around. He's like the master of time. Very cool figure. He does have a couple of issues, but we'll kind of get to that when we start talking about him. Overall, I do like the figure, but let's go ahead and take a look in detail at Kang. So the first thing we're going to look at is his one accessory he comes with. Now, this being Hasbro and being the fact that, they're cheap, we don't get stands anymore. We get those little stupid cardboard comic cutouts. I don't have it for this one. I threw it away. But the only other accessory it comes with is this gun. And the gun is nice. It's got some really nice dry brushing on it. It's very detailed. And it does look familiar, right? That's because it's the same gun that comes with Cable. They just reused it and, threw some new paint on it. I'm fine with that. This gun works for Kang. I wish I could have got two. That would have been nice. So he could dual wield his guns, but that's cool. So overall, gun, very cool. And he holds it very well too, as you saw in the first part of the video. As far as the figure goes, let's talk about his paint. And we'll save the head for last. We'll do his boots. His boots have this metallic purple paint on it, which is very, very nice. It does stand out. The green paint that they use for him is also very nice. It does have some dry brushing inside his skirt there, and also on the wrinkles of his arms and chest, and also on his back. You can see some dry brushing. Let me so you guys can see that. The silver around his, I don't know what you call it, like a tunic. Very nice. I am not a fan of the fact that it's loose. I don't like that. I'm tempted to kind of glue that in place. I don't see why you would ever want it to move like that. That just looks stupid to me, but again, I don't work for Hasbro. I probably should. I could help them out a lot. The purple paint on his gauntlets is also the shiny. It matches up with the boot, which is nice. The hands also got the same treatment. His head. I'm going to try to get the camera to kind of zoom in. Oh, sorry, let's try. Come on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get zoomed in on the head sculpt. My camera's not really... Oh, there it goes. So his head. His head is nicely detailed. He's also got that purple paint up here. And then he's got the blue paint on his face, and he's got yellow eyes. The paint on his face is very nice. Some people have complained they wish he would have had the lines that go up and down on his face. I'm at the point, this is a 3 3/4 action figure. I think what we got is great for the size that we got. I'm not really going to complain about that. I think he does look, he does visually look awesome. Oh, he has this nice purple belt too. Alright, and this piece, like the skirt piece, if you see it, they did split it right there to help with articulation. but it still hinders it a little bit. We'll kind of talk about that next. So as far as articulation, his head is on just a regular ball joint. It's not on a, it doesn't go up that much. Not that you would really need Kang to go up that much. You can see there is a hinge in there, but the way that it's situated, like the ball right there is too big for the head. I don't know. It goes down quite a bit, so you can have him in a sitting pose looking down at the Avengers. That's fine. He has this upper diaphragm joint, which goes all the way around, 360. Not that I ever know why you'd want him to do that, but he can. He's got a waist swivel, so he can go all the way that way, all the way that way. Again, not really why you'd want him to do that. Now, whenever you have a figure that has paint going down the middle of them, this is a big problem that I have, is because when you turn them like that, look, the paint doesn't match. I like having the waist swivel so you can kind of turn them. Yeah, it doesn't look quite as good, but if you're taking pictures, for example, it looks better than just having them swivel like that. Okay? So Hasbro, make sure you keep doing that. For his legs, he has the upper thigh swivel right there, and if you look at mine, there's a gap. I don't like that. I don't know what that is, and I've had this happen on a couple of figures lately where it's been like that. It'll swivel fine, but there's like a gap. I'm afraid I'm going to break the peg. It will go out about that far. It will go forward about that far. It will go back all the way. That feels really loose. Double jointed knees, always nice. He has a upper thigh swivel. Is it thigh? I'm sorry, upper calf swivel. He has a joint that will go down on his toe, about that far. It will go up about that far, and he has ankle pivot. So that's always good. Ankle pivot works out very well. It helps assisting with posing. This piece right here is kind of loose to help with articulation. It does kind of get in the way sometimes. You just have to maneuver around it. And the other leg is the same exact way. For his arms are on ball joints up here at the top. They'll go up about that far, all the way around. He has a swivel at the bicep. Bicep. He has a single joint at the elbow, not a double joint. He doesn't have any kind of forearm swivel, but he has the wrist swivel. And his hands are both molded into gun holding poses. So that gun he comes with, the one that comes with cable, you can put in either hand. And he holds it very, very well. So there's that one. So if you have an extra cable laying around and he doesn't need that little gun, for whatever reason, you could always have Kang dual wielding, which I think would be kind of a cool picture to say. Alright. So that's pretty much Kang. Overall, good figure. Very hard to find in my area anyway. Might be easier to find in yours. So I would definitely recommend you guys pick him up. He is a must-own if you're an Avengers fan or a Fantastic Four fan. You gotta have Kang. He's one of the villains, and Marvel has some of the best villains out there. So, again, if you don't have him, go check him out. And if you're having trouble finding him, come check out our website. You know, mucollectorclub.com. Talk to other collectors in other areas who maybe have a ton of these guys laying around, and they're looking for, I don't know, what's the new one that's out? Beta Ray Bill. You know, maybe they want to do a trade or something like that. You know, come give us a try. And I think that you guys will definitely enjoy the community. Anyway, this has been US Agent 27 for the mucollectorclub.com forums, and this has been a review of the Marvel Universe Kang figure. Up next, I am going to review the Blade figure. Hope you guys come back.